To measure the exhaust gas temperature, we use the principle of thermocouple. What do we use? We use a device, thermocouple. Okay? And thermocouple works on the principle of heat. If two wires of made up of different materials are joined end to end, then such a device will produce electricity. How it will produce electricity? Because there would be the see, at this point and this point, we will cool this point. This will be called as a cold junction. We will heat this point. This will be called as the hot junction. As there is a difference in the temperature, electrons will get excited and they will run from hot junction to cold junction. Okay, the flow of the electron can be represented on galvanometer. Galvanometer indicates the direction of the current, right? So flow of electron can be indicated on galvanometer, or you can take an ammeter by connecting a resistance. Okay, so either way you will get an indication of how much amount of electrons are flowing, right? So if I increase more the temperature, higher the temperature, higher will be the current produced, right? So this becomes the principle of operation of a thermocouple exhaust gas temperature. When you look at the rear of the jet engine, okay, when you look at the rear of a jet engine, you will look something like this. This is the exhaust, okay? You are looking from here. There would be the cone over here, okay? And then you will see there are blades. What peculiar thing you will see that there are this EGT probes, okay? They are completely on the periphery. What thing you will observe in the EGT probe is one of the EGT probe is short, another one is long. Some of them are of the median length, some of them are of the very, very big length. So this way EGT probes are arranged. Okay, dear. They are even numbers, have a completely distributed. The main question that you should ask yourself is, why is the length of EGT probe changing? Why is one length made short? Why is another length made bigger? Okay, longer, not bigger. Why is another made longer? The reason is when you look, when the jet engine combustion chamber, when you are burning, gases will come from each side, right? Everywhere, right? May happen that this will have a higher temperature, this may have a lower temperature, right? So to get the average temperature, you require to measure at all levels. EGT. EGT is the exhaust gas temperature. It gives you the limitation of the temperature that the turbine blade can withstand. Higher the EGT, more is the thrust. That is the DGCA question. Okay? High EGT equals to more thrust. What is the problem of higher temperature, which is a disadvantage? Temperature limitation of the turbine blade, which are made up of titanium. Okay, titanium can withstand highest temperature of 1800 degree Fahrenheit. So your EGT cannot go above 1800 degree Fahrenheit. High EGT is advantage for Earth. Please remember that. Do not mark it incorrect. EGT is the temperature limitation, right? Higher the EGT, more is the thrust. That is correct. But why are we bothered about the hot stuff? Because if the EGT increases, it will damage my turbine blade. See, the problem is not EGT here. The problem is the temperature limitation of the turbine blade, which is made up of titanium. Okay, titanium can withstand the highest temperature. So we have made the turbine blade of the titanium. Titanium can withstand only 1800 degree Fahrenheit. So the maximum thrust that a person can produce on a jet engine will be when the exhaust gases are coming at a temperature of this or a little less than this. For the hot start, suddenly temperature rises in the beginning, and for the hung start, the temperature will not rise. Main thing that you have to put in your brain is that EGT is not my problem. More EGT is more thrust. I should increase the EGT as much as possible. What is the problem? Turbine blades. Understood? Turbine blade are my problem. EGT is not my problem. If you increase the EGT above 1800 degree Fahrenheit, let us say 5000 degree Fahrenheit, that will give you more thrust. Obviously, no, beta, hot gases are coming. When they go outside, they will give us the thrust by Newton's third law of motion, right? But the higher velocity will come out. With the higher velocity, the aeroplane will go forward. that will produce more thrust. That is understood better logically. But the turbine blade will melt. If the turbine blade will melt, then who is going to run the compressor, right? So the engine will fail. Understood? So high temperature is the problem of the turbine blade. Hence, we have got the restriction. Please remember, temperature increases, thrust increases, problem will happen to the turbine blade. Now, if I want to measure the temperature of the exhaust, see, this is what is the exhaust area, right? This is the turbine blade. We are measuring the exhaust gas temperature. Why are we measuring the exhaust gas temperature? We don't want to do anything with exhaust gas temperature, right? We need to know the temperature which is coming on the turbine blade, right? That is important to know. Why are we measuring EGT? EGT is of no value for us. We should measure the temperature of the part where where it is going before the turbine blade, right? So why do we keep the EGT probe behind? We keep the EGT probe behind because they cannot withstand high temperature. The probes will not withstand high temperature and may get damaged. Actually, what should we measure? We should measure turbine inlet temperature. What we measure? Turbine inlet
temperature.
This is what you have to measure. You don't have to measure EGT. We are measuring EGT because we cannot measure turbine inlet temperature. Suppose I keep a probe here, high temperature gases will come and they will melt the probe. See, I cannot cover it in titanium everywhere. For measuring the probe, I require the wires to be exposed, right? If I'm keeping the wire exposed, that will damage the entire system. Understood, dear? Hence, you cannot measure turbine inlet temperature. That's why we are measuring the exhaust gas temperature. Remember this. This is again a DGCA question. They will say, why are we measuring EGT? We are measuring EGT because we cannot measure turbine inlet temperature. Or they will use the different, there are two questions. In the second question, the wording uses, we are using EGT as an indication for the turbine inlet temperature. Samjha beta? Shortcut for the turbine inlet temperature is TIT, turbine inlet temperature. Now there is another question that will come. In some of the engines, mostly in the helicopter's engine, we do not measure EGT, we do not measure the turbine inlet temperature because obviously because of the limitation. So we measure inter-turbine temperature. Inter-turbine temperature. You will find mostly this in the turboprop engines and the turboshaft engine because there we have a free turbine. You know what is free turbine, right? We have done it in the previous class. Okay, so what here we do is we do not measure the temperature here. We have got a free turbine here, no? So we measure the temperature in between this turbine and this turbine, or you can say high pressure turbine and low pressure turbine. The temperature is measured in between them. That will be called as the inter-turbine temperature or ITT in short. Next question that the DGCA is asked is what is the material used for the thermocouple? So here material used for the turbine engine, this chromal animal. DGCA will confuse you and they will ask you to measure cylinder head temperature. What are the devices used? You have to remember piston engine also here. What do we use for piston engine? Iron constant 10. What do we use? Iron constant 10. From HAJE part of view, okay, if you are going for module 15, you need to remember chromal animal as well as you need to remember CHT. CHT confused karne ke liye to measure cylinder head temperature, okay? So you cannot ignore piston engine also. It covers your exhaust gas temperature, interstage temperature. Interstage temperature is turbine inlet temperature and inter-turbine temperature.
On left side of the screen you will see that there is an EGT probe, and on the right hand side you will see that there is an EGT gauge. Please see the marking on the EGT gauge which gives you cautious region as well as the warning region. See you in next class. Bye dear.